This bedside reading light doesn't work. This can happen to you too, so come along and watch this video. I'll show you exactly what's wrong with it and we'll explain what caused the failure. I'm going to contrast the parts and operation of this with that one across the room. This is inside a hotel room. That one is working flawlessly and is intact, and this one is defective. So let's take a look at what we've got here. There are no obvious marking on anywhere on this product for make and model. Not on the top edge, not on the side, not anywhere, nothing. It's got a tiny switch, which is a twist switch like so, and it's got one sticker on it, on the fixture, and it says made in China. Now, that's not what's wrong with it. It is 100% occupant or citizen who touched this unit caused the failure of this part. Now I'll show you. So there's a light bulb in it. This light bulb seems to be wobbly. That's an indication of the problem, and no amount of twisting and turning would make this light bulb sit right. And when you switch it on, in some positions it might work, it does in some spots, but in some other spots it doesn't, and then it just comes out like so. So I'll show you what's wrong with this light bulb. The light bulb comes out, and there may not be anything wrong with the light bulb if you just look at it, but I'm gonna put right next to it the light bulb from this light here, which is flawless, and it's gonna be more obvious what's wrong with the other light. So when the light bulb is removed and put side by side, you can see one tiny difference between the two. If you look carefully here, it's got some extra bits here that this one doesn't have. Now what's wrong with this, it's got a complete extra part on it. Now they are identical, they are interchangeable, both work. There's nothing wrong with either one of the light bulbs. This is the problem. This component came with the light bulb. Came out with the light bulb. It didn't come with the light bulb. This got removed with the light bulb out of the fixture. This component should be inside the light bulb socket. If you look at this one here, it's a little bit dark, sorry about that, but I hope there's enough light so you can see that this threaded ring into which the light bulb spins into is deep down there. I really don't want to put my hand in it, even though it's off. It's just good habit not to put your finger in it, okay? So I hope that makes sense, that this threaded ring is inside this porcelain socket. So there's a metal housing, metal housing outside, and that white porcelain socket has this component inside. Now if you look, really difficult to see, but this metal ring is riveted. It's not screwed. This should not be removable. This is riveted permanently in place inside the bulb socket. The rivet goes through, where do I put it? I'll put it down here. The rivet goes through, obviously, the ends here and there, and you can see from the mangled shape of this that this got ripped off from the rivets. Metal is also broken there. So how does this come about? Very straightforward. So the previous occupant, a fellow citizen, was a little heavy-handed when it comes to tightening the light bulb, and as the light bulb was being threaded into this socket, when this comes to its end, it got ripped off. It got rotated and ripped off from the socket, from the rivet heads, and that socket the threaded component started rotating just freely inside the porcelain socket. So I hope that makes sense. So no amount of fiddling and positioning will make this work. Even if it works, there's going to be arcing and sparking inside that can lead to a fire. So this needs to be properly repaired. The price of a new socket, a light socket like this, not the whole thing with a threaded ring properly riveted into it, is about $1. And obviously the arm that holds the lampshade and the arm that holds the socket are all bolted to the base plate. So if these trim screws are removed by an electrician ideally, or an electrician apprentice, then the wiring can be pulled out, then the arms can be removed from the base plate and the wiring comes out, and then the socket comes out. And the socket with the wire that's leading to the switch, so it needs to be disconnected there and the wire pulled out from here, and the new socket for about just the magnitude of the cost is about $1. A new porcelain socket needs to be put in there. The this metal sleeve stays in place, the arm, everything is going to be unaffected by this operation. The wire needs to be fished through the arm, through the back plate, back to the switch and correctly wired in, so that the electrode on the bottom of the light bulb is live and the outside is neutral, not the other way around, because if the outside is hot and somebody touches it for whatever reason accidentally, then that person can get electrocuted. So it needs to be wired in correctly by an electrician or otherwise competent person. So that's what's wrong with it. Over tightening of this light bulb can cause all of this extra work and misery. So there's nothing wrong with the light bulb, that's innocent. There's nothing wrong with the fixture either, or this failure isn't the fault of the manufacturer. This is clearly operator error. Fellow citizen with heavy hand ripped it right out. Thanks for watching.